Here's something most women don't realize. Your body starts losing magnesium right when it needs it the most. And that one deficiency could be making your symptoms feel so much worse. So let's talk about why your magnesium intake is impacted during the perimenopause and menopause, including how low levels affect your symptoms and how to make sure you're getting enough. So why is magnesium so important? It's vital for your good health. It's needed in over 300 different processes in the body, often directly connected to your nervous system, your energy production, and your hormonal balance. And that's why I always recommend that you make sure that you're getting enough magnesium in the perimenopause and the menopause. It's one of my most important self-care tips, along with drinking plenty of water. And the feedback I get is just amazing. So many women come back and say, all I've done is added in some extra magnesium into my diet and I feel so much better. And very often the results are really quick, which is absolutely great. So why is there a big drop in magnesium? A lot of it is to do with the hormonal shifts that are going on. And we know that when our hormone balance starts to change towards the perimenopause and the menopause itself, that puts extra pressure on the body, both physically and emotionally. So our body needs more and more. So what can happen is that hormonal flux creates emotional distress. Our emotions go up and down. It can affect our sleep. So our sleep gets disrupted. We either can't fall asleep or we can't stay asleep. So the amount of magnesium that's used up at this point increases dramatically. So with digestion, our digestion can end up getting weaker, so we can't digest and absorb magnesium efficiently enough. It could be our diet's not very good and we need lots of fresh fruits and vegetables to get enough magnesium in our diet. It may well be that you've been to the doctor with acid reflux and you've been put on medication such as proton pump inhibitors, and that can inhibit the uptake of magnesium as well. It can also be stress, and stress is one of the biggest drains of magnesium. It burns it up so quickly. So the demand goes up, and when we're not getting enough, that's going to affect us in all sorts of different ways. So it can be sleep disruption. As I mentioned before, you might not be able to fall asleep because your mind is racing. You might not be able to stay asleep, so you're waking up 2 or 3 times a night. So you're just getting a totally disturbed sleep. It may well be that you're getting mood swings, you're getting anxiety, you're getting low mood. And low magnesium can also contribute to things like stress palpitations and also panic attacks. It can be leg cramps. These are so awful. You're in bed and you're just wanting to fall asleep and suddenly you're gripped by this tremendous pain in the calves, and we know that that's very often a direct link to no magnesium. It can also be that you just don't have any energy. Your get up and go has gone. You find that you just can't get motivated to do anything. You don't want to exercise. Sometimes you just feel that you don't even want to go out of bed. So it may be bone health can be affected as well. We need calcium, we need magnesium, and we need vitamin D. All of these work together at helping to keep our bones nice and healthy and strong. So even if you're getting a lot of calcium in your diet, if your magnesium is low, then that can affect your bone health as well. So which sort of magnesium should you be taking? It's so confusing. There's so many different types out there that it's a minefield. So magnesium citrate, that's your sort of all-rounder. So if you're just looking for a magnesium that you want to take for general health, it's a good one. That's the one that I take. I find I do very well on that particular one. Magnesium citrate's also really good if you tend to get a bit constipated. But if you have a very sensitive tummy, if you tend to veer towards diarrhea, then that one is best avoided. You can look at magnesium glycinate. This is a very gentle one, so it's gentle on the tummy. It's very good for calming you gently. It's very good for stress. We've got magnesium taurate. So this is a really nice one if you're getting a lot of sugar cravings. It's also really good for your heart health as well. There's magnesium malate. So this is very good for chronic fatigue, and it's also good for energy as well. You've also got a really handy magnesium spray. So especially for things like leg cramps, you can spray it directly onto the skin in that particular affected area. How much should you be taking? In the UK, the recommended daily allowance, or the RDA, for women over 50 is about 320 milligrams. But I found, sort of in my experience, that very often in the perimenopause and menopause, we need a little bit more just to break even. So I usually recommend 120 to 200 milligrams twice a day. So the maximum amount would be about 400 milligrams daily. But if you're in times of excessive stress, and I know, it's happened to me when I'm under a lot of pressure, I'll go a little bit higher just for short-term use only. Also, make sure you're getting enough in your diet. Dietary sources are the best. Your body can use these much more easily than supplements. But, in this day and age, it's very difficult to get the right amount. So your magnesium-rich foods, so your dark green leafy vegetables, your nuts and seeds, your whole grains, and your legumes as well. For a really good comprehensive list, just have a quick search online and try and add all these different magnesium foods into your diet. And it can make such a difference really, really quickly. Because we know how important magnesium is in the perimenopause and menopause, we've even included it into our menopause support tablets. If you have started using magnesium, what difference did it make for you? What benefits did you get from it? How quickly did it work? Please share your stories, because especially with this one, it's going to help all of those who maybe haven't even thought about taking magnesium. I love to read your stories. Have a lovely week, and I'll see you soon.